Yo, what's good, people? You know who it is. It's your favorite cousin, 1/3 of the Bare Nigga Truth podcast. Check this out, man. Before we start this episode, I want to apologize to all of you and the guests that we had on the show this upcoming week. You know, due to some technical issues, we lost a lot of audio, but I was able to salvage a good majority of the episode. So I want y'all to keep watching, sit back, relax. I hope you get something out of this episode. We had an amazing guest. You know what I'm saying? Good conversation, man. And I hope y'all continue to keep supporting us, showing us love, liking, telling your friends, all that good stuff, too. In the meantime, go keep it rocking, man. Peace.
So tell us about Crowned Inspirations.
Okay, so Crowned Inspirations, basically I'm a life coach and an entrepreneur. I make t-shirts and apparel. So
you gotta like speak it up.
Oh,
like,
yeah, speak
you gotta
up.
pronounce, you gotta project that shit.
So,
Yeah, I was listening to 65 and over.
Because only we can hear you right now, and they can't hear you.
Got you.
Pronounce that shit.
Talk louder.
Put it, yeah.
Just a little bit.
There you go.
Okay, she got it.
Hi you all. My name is Tiana from Crowned Inspirations. I'm a life coach and also an entrepreneur. I do apparel, so t-shirts, sweatshirts. They're all Christian based, and with life coaching, my specialties are divine esteem, which is a little different from self-esteem. It's more so you getting your worth from God instead of self-esteem. You comparing yourself to others. And with healing, we just talk about healing. Like, how do you really heal? And I feel like healing is so important right now because I feel like a lot of times we see people using things like crystals and chakras and sages and all these other things, but really that's not real healing. Those crystals don't give you
Somebody about to be
healing.
butthurt. Somebody about to be
And I'm
butthurt
glad
when
you
they
brought
say
that up because I have
Wow.
something that I want to add to that so that you can give us a little bit more insight on that.
Okay.
So before we cut her interview, I'm going to ask her that question, but you're going to...
No, you can
finish.
go ahead and ask me.
Well, I'm going to have to pull mine up.
Oh,
okay.
while you
But no,
guys-
I got something to say.
Yeah.
Because I feel you.
Yeah.
With the chakras and the sage stuff, somebody heard about that. And when they watch this video, it's going to be so many kinds.
But what she's referring to is something
I'm
that
just saying, bro.
overpowers all of that.
Yeah.
Things that you don't necessarily need.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into that. And we're going to allow her the opportunity to kind of elaborate on it. And this does not mean that we're discriminative or discriminatory against anybody else in their own agenda. We're just bringing awareness. So
Yeah, she
And don't send her a hate
eloquently,
mail
don't
because you
tried.
don't agree with what she said. Don't do the hate.
but it's your choice, and I
comment.
still
Hey,
want you in those comments.
Everybody got comment.
Yeah, let us know how
Everybody
you feel.
got their own opinion, but my opinion always been shit. Keep on real fast.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that too.
why is self-care important though?
So self-care is very important because I feel like a lot of times we get so caught up in our day-to-day routines that we don't take a moment to really stop and think about ourselves, so we get burnt out. And when we get burnt out, I mean, then you're not able to be effective for yourself. You're not able to be effective at work. You're not able to be effective with your family, with your children. So when it comes to self-care, yes, we do have to be intentional. We do have to take a moment to really step back, see what our needs are spiritually. Because I am faith-based, so I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it back to faith. But
Don't apologize, honey. Do not apologize.
Absolutely, yeah.
We don't apologize
Unapologetically, yeah.
No, we don't apologize to people.
No, we say it in a minute.
Say it in, hey, mean what you say,
But she
stand
is-
on what you say.
What she's saying to you all, if you're not understanding that, she is unapologetically, if I said that right, sold out for Jesus. So it's okay. That's her
S-O-U-L.
prerogative. You have yours, and she has hers, and we're gonna respect that.
Now I do want to ask this too. 'Cause I did watch one of your videos, and you said that we should throw away self-esteem.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit more too.
Okay, great. So we were talking about divine esteem. I know I brought that up as one of my specialties. The reason why I say throw away self-esteem, a lot of times, like when we talk about self-esteem, I have to compare myself to you to place my value.
Right.
So either I'm going to think I'm above you, or I'm going to think I'm below you, or I might think that we're equals in order for me to be able to find what my value is. So honestly, what does that cause? That causes a lot of depression, because if I feel like all y'all are doing well and I'm not doing good, I feel depressed. I feel inadequate.
Come through, sis.
For real. Or if I feel like I'm above you, then I can't really listen to what you guys have to say because y'all are beneath me. So it causes division, which is the enemy's plan. He wants to cause division and separation. Divine esteem, on the other hand, is me getting my worth from God. So it doesn't really matter what you're doing or what you're doing. I'm in my lane, you're in your lane, and we're all doing what it is that God is calling us to do. So, I mean, he's the one that gives us our esteem. He's the one that gives us our worth. And it's not because of anything that we're doing, but it's because his grace is sufficient.
Yes.
So,
Yes. So I want to elaborate on that, and I'm going to be very transparent for my viewers because I think it's very important that we learn how to be transparent so that other people can relate. I found myself in that situation. Last year, I was diagnosed with chronic depression. And I'm going to say this because as a black woman, as well as black men, we are taught to suck it up. We are taught to push through. And I think that there is a stigma with therapy. And I was battling things that I didn't even understand what I was battling. But a part of that was because I was watching my peers and saying to myself, oh, well, I went to school with this one and this young lady has become a doctor. This brother done opened up a business and I'm just sitting here trying to still find myself. But everything happens in life at a pace and it's a season for everything. Okay, it's a season to reap, it's a season to sow. So I completely agree with everything that you just said, and you only understand that if you've walked in those shoes.
yes.
All right, I ain't got nothing.
But it's not good for us to compare ourselves to others because that opens the door for us to lose ourselves and focus on what we need to focus on for
Peace.
self.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
Because you said something. You know who compares themselves to others more than others? Black folk.
Black people. And that's because we're
We
always trying to
comparing
find a light.
ourselves to the next nigga, or a woman got a business, you gotta compare yourself to the next business. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Get together and make it happen. But that's what happens. Y'all be like, man, I ain't worried about what the next bitch doing. Yes, you are. Because you just said, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's how
I think when it comes to that, healthy comparison is good. And what I mean by that is like, if I see somebody, like if I see my partner or something get a house, and I'm like, okay, you know what? You don't hate your partner for getting a house. You congratulate.
Right.
Then you say, okay, so what steps do I need to take to get to
Motivation.
where I want to go to?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But don't look at your homie and be like, I mean, it's nice and all, but I mean, the front ain't all that. Like, yo, why you hating?
Hey,
You
on
know
that
what I'm
part,
saying?
bro,
Just-
on that part, you could look at him like, he must have sold some drugs.
Yeah, but see, they never say that to their
Or
face,
she
though,
must
you know
have
what I'm
sold
saying?
some ass to get that money. Or instead of just looking at the person, he'd be like, you know what?
Give them
Good
props.
job.
Step your game up.
Yeah.
Give you a
You know what I'm
hug. You
saying?
looking at
And-
the motherfucker like, hey, what you do to do all that? And they put in their hard work.
And I was
I
gonna
never
say,
hate on nobody.
I love what you guys are saying. I loved what Pixie was saying as well, because it's like when we talk about comparing yourself to others, like how you said with friends having houses. I remember my journey, and I remember I stayed with my mom for a while until like my mid-20s, like, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of my friends, like, you know, they were getting their own place talking about, oh, I got grown people bills, I got this, I got that, you know what I'm saying? Of course I wanted my own stuff too, I was happy for them, but I even thought about even jumping out and trying to get into a place, like trying to like get an apartment and everything, and it just wasn't right. And I was just like, God, you know, if this isn't right, give me my deposit back, because they said it was non-refundable. They gave it back to me. I was like, okay, God, well, what is it that you want me to do?
Right.
I ended up being able to buy my own house, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was because I was able to sit and wait for God's timing. Like you said, everything has its own pace.
You gotta run the ring real quick. Okay, never mind.
I ain't trying to run. It's just
I can tell you though, like that's another thing too. Like when we do that, to me that's a flex for no reason. Cause see, what people don't tell you, that phrase "I got grown people bills" really just translates to "I'm broke."
Basically.
Oh man, I
Because
got
it
grown
takes a lot to
people
run a
bills. I got grown
household.
people
It
bills.
takes a lot to be grown.
Looking
You know,
back over
yeah.
time, I kind of wish I'd have stayed at my mama's house till I got my shit
Who you
situated.
telling?
Absolutely.
So that way
Time
you
out.
ain't going
Hold
from
on.
apartment
Hold
to
on.
apartment to
Exactly.
apartment.
I gotta say something. I gotta say
So
that.
what?
I'm 23 and I still live with my mama right now, and I still got grown people
You
bills.
20 what?
3.
For real, 20 what?
3. Why you keep asking me the same question? I just said I'm 23 and I still. We in my mama's house right now filming. Yeah.
We are. We love Mama Hands. For
Yeah,
letting us
Mama
be
Hands
here.
all
Shout
day.
out to Mama Hands.
Yeah.
And
sure,
guess
for
what?
sure.
Hold on. Okay, cause last time she said something. You don't know about that.
See,
They do.
Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing, okay?
Shit, I told you.
You gotta
I
go.
told
You
you.
gotta go.
Don't start nothing. It won't be nothing.
See?
But coming
All she
speaking
was
from
doing was
someone
making some
who
fruit, and then you go.
has been on my own since I was 17 years old. I had my first apartment at 17, my senior year in high school, and I was working. But now, in this journey, I'm like, I feel like I've been doing it for so long. I get tired, and that's one thing that I honestly said. My husband and I agreed on that we would
Shout out, Big
not
Dog.
push our children out
Yeah.
as soon, because I think that's a stigma with
Exactly.
Black
I was about
families.
to say, definitely.
Can we stop pushing our children out into the world unprepared?
Yeah.
It does not do them
But
any
you know
justice,
what?
and
Hold
there's
on,
no
hold
due
on,
diligence
Pierce.
in that.
Hold on, Picture. I gotta ask you because I done seen that before. But
Not all.
But in my
Not all, but
family,
some.
my family is huge and deep. Nobody kicked their kids out.
Yeah.
It was the kids choose to leave. Like
Yeah.
my parents.
That's
I'm gonna be
different.
honest.
I chose
I'm gonna be
to.
honest. And my
Me
mom
too.
in the kitchen. I'm gonna be honest. My parents ain't kicked me out. I did some young ass dumb shit. I left the crib.
Right.
Yeah.
You
But
know what I'm
see,
saying?
the
But hold
thing
on,
is-
bro. Hold on, bro. It's a lot of people that be posting Black families be pushing their kids out. No, we don't.
Sometimes.
Some
But
do.
Sometimes.
it's more the kids just running out there to the streets. Then all of
You
a
want-
sudden,
you wanna know
all of a
why?
sudden they
You-
got pushed
In
out.
my opinion, I believe that the children are eager to get out
Yeah.
because of the restrictions that the parents put on them. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
That's what happened to me.
Um,
I ain't gonna
me
lie.
growing
That's
up,
what I did.
I
ain't
came
gonna lie.
from a
That's what happened to
very
me.
I
My parents were
say
strict. Well, they
religious.
weren't even
My
strict,
parents were
though.
very religious,
They
so they
just had
believed in
rules.
certain things they just didn't condone. So what it does is it cramps you into a ball where you still feel like you're a child even when you're an adult. And I think sometimes, I mean, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
parents don't want
that's
any
true.
and everybody in their house because these are the things that they've worked hard for, and you can't trust everybody. But at the same time, I wish that my parents had made it easier for me to be comfortable at that age and still give me the freedom that I deserve to have at that age instead of treating me. And I think sometimes those are the triggers that make the children say, I'm leaving, I'm moving, but looking back, hindsight, if I had looked back on this, I would have done the same thing that this young lady did. I would have stayed home. I would have prepared myself for the world. And who knows the levels that I would be at this moment if I hadn't chose to struggle first.
Definitely. And I want to say this
but-
too,
okay.
though. Like, and we've mentioned it before. As Black parents, we got to stop giving our children the two, what I feel, lamest options ever once they turn 18 or they graduate. And that's, you either going to go to college or you going to the military. There's more to life than just college and the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop narrowing your children down to, well, you got to get the hell out. So
Where y'all
either
getting
you
these
gonna-
parents from?
Dog, I see
We're talking
it.
about generally. I mean,
This is-
it's a lot of people that
It's
we
not
went to
even,
school
and
with.
honestly, it's not even just Black
I
parents.
had
Like
friends
parents
that
of
were
all
already
walks
living
do
with
that.
their boyfriends
You know what I'm
at
saying?
16 years
Hold
old.
on, this
and
ain't
their
jump
parents,
on TO time.
Ain't nobody
I'm just
jumping
saying.
on you.
but I'm just saying, this is
Where
a
y'all get these
general
parents from?
topic.
Shit.
Not
happens.
everybody's parents are like that. And
Yeah.
if you had the opportunity to have parents who were different, you were blessed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that my parents did not uphold that, but I feel like the classifications in which they wanted me to live my life. And of course, everybody wants to get out here and see what these things are about, especially when you've kind of been sheltered a lot in your life. You want to see it. It looks like fun. Then when you finally get out there, you realize, oh, this is it.
And hell, if your
That's
parents
what I
mean as
wanted to
hell.
say
Oh.
too.
You know?
Go ahead.
Like when it comes to social media, social media is deception. Like, because it's like when you see it, like you said, oh my gosh, my mom is so strict. Oh, that looks so fun. They're at all the parties. They're living their best life. They're at their own house. They got their own car. Everything looks fantastic. Like, everybody's living luxury. But in actuality, those people are miserable.
They
It's
sometimes
a front.
are.
People
It's a
forget
ma-
that
it's a
camera does got to
mask.
cut
Yeah,
off.
it cuts off, and you only see what people want you to see when it comes to social media. People have the filter, and it's not just on Snapchat. Okay,
Yeah.
people filter their lives to show what they want to be seen, so that gives you the impression of them. And meanwhile, when the door closed and the lights go out, it's a struggle there.
Hey, if you over 30, just be who you are. If you want to post pictures, make posts, just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to find out either way, one or the other.
Yeah.
I truly agree.
Except because I'm 23, y'all ain't going to find that out. But
Hey,
look,
brother,
And
I got a
again,
question
I'm
for
gonna
you.
say to
I got a
our
question.
fans, I said it the last episode. I'm gonna say if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and there's
Like the
nothing
Eagles
wrong with
today.
being
Like
trans
the Eagles
age.
today. Go ahead and get flu Eagles.
You know what I'm
Pittsburgh
saying?
probably
Flued
whooping
out.
their ass.
You
Matter
can
of
be
fact, I
trans
need to check.
aged too. Like, you know,
I need to
if you
check.
feel like you're 23 and you really 43, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? As long as your bone structure can hold up to that measure, you know, I'm all for. Hey, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? What?
No, I'm good because
Okay.
I just heard
That's what's
something.
up.
No, I just heard something, right, bro?
All right, so-
I just no.
so
'cause
now,
what
what
I
is-
heard.
now, let me ask you
No,
this.
what I heard.
Because you seem like you're a very positive
Yeah, she's
individual.
very positive. She's very positive. And
see
right
this
now she's quiet.
negativity
She's
blocking
very quiet right now.
negative-
She has nothing
Come on,
to
we
say,
got some
right?
questions. We got some
go
stuff
ahead.
we want to ask her.
This your woman?
Yep.
Cause you blocking it like
Well,
Real quick on the camera.
like you know
Well-
what I'm saying? I mean,
Mike,
shit.
don't forget the question marks when
Your question, you need your
when
question marks.
She need them
Oh, she need them. Okay.
when he's
We all gonna put them up.
Fuck,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like,
Just,
hey, talk to her boyfriend if she got one.
Yeah,
as I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
you seem like a positive individual.
Man, come
So
on. man.
what do you think was the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome in order to get to where you are?
and how?
okay.
How did you overcome it?
All right. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so I think that one of the biggest obstacles to get me to where I am now is my healing journey. Like, I feel like I had a lot of things that I had to heal from, and I feel like in life we all go through a lot of stuff. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's other people with daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? Relationship issues.
And mommy issues too.
Oh,
Mommy issues, abuse, like, you know what I'm saying? And those things are hard, and it's like it can definitely harden your heart and cause you to shut yourself off from the world. And I feel like God had to take me through this journey of real healing, and it's like healing is a continuous process, so it's like I'm still continuously, you know, healing from things because things come up that you think that you already forgave and you didn't, like
Right.
so I feel like everybody's continuously going through this journey, like, you know, but I feel like I had things that I had
I
to
got a
heal
question
from.
for you.
Yes.
Because you seem very fluent with what you do.
Okay.
So I got a question for you. How do you feel when somebody that's grown, that's messed up stuff in their grown life, be abusive to their kids or to their partner, whatever, and then blame it on their childhood? How long can you blame something on, oh, I'm this way because of my childhood? How long can somebody do that? Or is that even a reasonable
Excuse.
thank
Yeah.
you?
Okay, good. I think that that's a great question because I think that a lot of people, you know, but a lot of people do that. They're afraid to go through the healing process because the healing process is ugly. Like, if you say, oh yeah, I just forgave somebody, Michael Todd said it perfectly when he was like, if you think forgiveness is cute, like, oh, I forgave him, like, that's a cliche, like, you know what I'm saying? Then that's a problem. You didn't really forgive. Forgiveness is ugly. So it's just like, and a lot of people are afraid to actually embark on the healing journey.
Gotta cut you off again.
Okay.
Gotta cut you off again.
Well, damn, no.
How long? Time out. I'm not being funny. I'm not making jokes. Time out, bro.
Okay, come on, get with it.
So,
Look,
how?
we ain't going there today.
Oh, now we about to fight. No,
Answer your
but
question.
look. How long can somebody use the? This is one question.
Okay.
Well, it was
Ain't
a two-part
going back.
question. She was on the
But
first
this
part.
is one question. This is
let
one
her finish
question.
the first one.
No. This is one question. How long can a grown person use an excuse of their actions now because of what happened to them as a child? Example, real fast.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't have a dad around, so I ain't gonna be around for my child. How many times can people use that as excuse? Oh, this happened to me when I was little, so you know.
Yeah. Now I'm following you. It's not an excuse. Forgiveness.
High
is-
five. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Is
what
it
you
Yep,
wanted to
she
hear?
said it.
more so a crutch?
Yes. It's like you're using it as a crutch. I feel like, again, like what I was trying to get to, I guess I was getting there a little
Yeah,
too
you took
slow.
too long,
I'm
cuz.
sorry.
Oh,
I
I
took too
like
long
the
for
route
you.
you was
Alright,
taking.
I was
Okay,
like,
but-
I was like this.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, get to the point.
Narcolepsy ass, nigga.
But no, but like I was saying, I think that a lot of people are afraid to go through the forgiveness journey. And so it's like when you are fearful to do that, then yes, you are going to use, like you said, your situation as, your situation as a crutch. You're going to say, this is the reason why I do this to you because my
Well,
father
okay.
did this to me.
Wait,
I
let her
guess
finish.
the forget. No, I wanna learn.
Well, you gotta be quiet.
What's the
let her get the
forgiveness?
answer.
But who are you forgiving though?
Okay.
When you on the
You heard your
forgiveness journey, shut up. When you on your forgiveness journey, who are you forgiving?
Okay. So who you're forgiving, this is what I mean by forgiveness is layers. So what I've learned through my journey is first you start off with the person. So yes, your father might not have been a good father. Your mother might not have been a good mother. You know what I'm saying? First you forgive them. Then after you forgive them, sometimes you still might feel some type of way. You might have to forgive the action. After forgiving the action, then you might have to forgive the people that are associated. Maybe your aunts knew that your mother wasn't a good mother, and that's why you feel resentment towards your aunts. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then you gotta forgive them too. It's layers.
Yeah.
But you start off with the root, which started off with the parent that wasn't there or whatever it is that hurt you, and God will continue to walk you through the layers that you need to peel back.
Make sense?
And that would be the
That's why I
healing
asked my
process.
question.
Right?
Yes.
That's why it's called a process.
Yeah.
My questions made sense. These two
Nobody
over
said
here.
your questions didn't make sense.
I interrupted you for a reason.
That's the sensitive.
Because I wanted to see where you was going with this.
Okay.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
And guess what? The next time you in the show, it's just gonna be me and you. They gonna be absent. You hear me? They're gonna be
You better hope she
absent.
come back.
Oh, she coming.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh
Sensitive.
well, I hope
Spot.
I'll
Right.
come back.
Mr.
So,
Sensitive Spot.
Did you have your other question?
Yeah, you go ahead. 'Cause
Okay,
you know.
so this was something that I saw, and I'm gonna read it, and I want you to elaborate because this goes back to what you said about the chakras and stuff. Okay, so
Okay.
this was from a post on Facebook. This is not something that I wrote myself. I see things and I address it. I want to talk about it to give people more insight on it. So this is it. Is it me or is witchcraft becoming so common and commercialized? We don't mix Jesus and healing stones. His stripes are our healing. We don't consult with the stars and the moons. Jesus is our destiny. We don't have to burn sage. The spirit of the living God is in us greater than any negative vibe in our environment. We don't use chakras. God's word is our balance. We don't need the universe for consultations. We have access to the creator of the universe. Could you kind of elaborate
Yes.
on that? Did you
Yes.
understand? Okay.
I got it all because I think the world makes it look cute. Like the world makes it seem like the healing stones, oh they're so pretty. Like, you know what I'm saying, or sage. Like I think the world makes it look innocent and harmless. But the fact of the matter is you're opening yourself up to spirits that
I've heard that.
aren't they're coming after you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think people understand the magnitude of what you're doing when you do those things. You may not do it with the intent of what it was created for, you know what I'm saying? Or even with watching scary movies and things like that, stuff like Harry Potter, they say people don't believe that witches are real. Witches are real. They don't look like the broomsticks and the hats and the
Right.
pointed noses.
They look
don't
like regular people.
They do, because they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be mindful of what you expose yourself to. What witchcraft is, just so that you guys know, for people that don't know what witchcraft is when you're giving power to anything other than God.
Yes.
So when we talk about healing crystals, you're giving power to this object that was meant to be beautiful, to just show how amazing God is. But you're giving it power, and because you're giving it power, you're opening up yourself to other spirits, you know what I'm saying, that aren't for your
Or
good.
entities.
Yeah, that aren't for your good. And so I completely agree with that post, because it's just like, yes, God is the only healing that you need. God is the only person that, when it goes to horoscopes and things like that, like people looking at the stars and, oh, what does my horoscope say for today? That stuff doesn't define you. Like, it doesn't define the situation. God does. He's the one with all of the control. You want real healing? You go to God.
Now, I don't want to seem contra. Well,
Like this.
I don't
wish
want
somebody
to
would.
be a
I was
hypocrite.
born a
That's
demon. I
the
ain't
word I
worried
was
about
looking
it.
for. I don't want to be
I
a
ain't worried
hypocrite
about it.
We're going to pray
because
for him.
Hey, hold on, Pearson. Let me do this again.
We're going to pray for him.
Actually,
What was that movie?
Actually, if you pay attention to what I'm doing,
Emily.
this the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Rose.
baby. Hey, I'm a demon. I was born a demon.
I'm
Come
about
for
to
me.
rebuke you then.
That's what I said. We're going to pray for him.
Well,
okay?
hey, get the praying.
Darkness
because-
can't be where light is.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
do you see my skin?
So,
ain't
look,
nothing
as
light
I
about
was
me
getting ready to
except my
say-
son. He light skinned. My son is.
Oh, Lord.
God.
Right, get it together.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
as I was
Mama.
about to say, I don't want to seem
Oh, my.
hypocritical.
She shut that demon up, didn't she?
God.
Right. She said not in this house.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to seem hypocritical, but I have read a horoscope. I
you gotta stop
but
shooting
I
at
don't.
your house,
I
dog.
don't
This
live
ain't
it, and
gonna
I
work.
don't base everything in
This
my
ain't
life
gonna
around it. It's just okay. When I speak of, because I have made posts like, man, the ancestors are really looking out for me. When I'm speaking of ancestors, I'm speaking of I have 2 deceased grandmothers and 2 deceased grandfathers. So I have no more grandparents left. And when I speak on ancestors, I feel like that is more so what I'm connecting to. The people that I know of, the people that I know when when they were in this life, they had my best interest at heart. My grandmothers were both saved women, and they prayed for us daily. And I honestly believe that I'm here today because of the prayers of my grandmothers. So that's what I reference. I don't know what anybody else references when they speak on the ancestors, but those are my connected ancestors. They are my direct ancestors. And I feel like, sometimes maybe they're still walking with me in this journey. Maybe they're still, protecting me, or, however you want to look at it. But I don't really feed into the stars and the moons and all of that
No,
stuff.
I agree
Which
with
is I'm not, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm picking on you, because I'm not. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has, even the Bible tells you have a choice. So at the end of the day, that's just what I relate to. And I feel like in my mind, that's probably something that is keeping my mental from folding, given the fact that I don't have any grandparents. And I was very, very close with my grandmothers growing up. And so that's where that relates to me as. But I've heard mixed things about the saging. I remember there was a post one time. It said, imagine you saging your house trying to get rid of negative energy, and you fall out.
Right on in.
And you fall out in the house because you the negative energy. You see what I'm saying? So
That's
I've
crazy. I
heard,
ain't even seen that. That's crazy, though.
I've seen
That's-
that post, so
You fall out. 'cause-
you the one that fall
Oh,
out because
man.
you the negative energy. And sometimes in a reality state of mind, sometimes you can be the person that's holding yourself back from getting where you need to be because you're so
Actually, no picture?
close-minded. I could have sworn.
Alright, well, okay. Hey, pause. Let's do it. For Pixie, we just.
Hey man, I heard your phone go off a couple times. back
No,
there,
my
too,
phone
bro,
did.
But I ain't gonna say nothing.
See, I had let the energy go, bro. We were chilling. Now you want to run your mouth.
Hey man, that
See,
demon
we
may have
was
jumped on me when your mama scared it out of you.
Lord.
What? Who's scared? What?
So that was my
Oh, no.
question that I had for you in that sense. But
Yeah.
can you tell me? I have a question.
Okay.
Can you tell me how that walk has been for you with your friends? Because sometimes we do understand in life that everybody that grow with you can't go with you. So how has
Hold
that
on, say
journey?
that again.
Everybody that grow with you can't go with you. So how has that journey been for you, maintaining your religious beliefs and walking in your truth with that? How has that affected friendship with you? Because sometimes we lose friends when we decide to take a different path. So could you give us some more insight on that journey for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we talk about my Christian walk and my friendships, honestly, I like to surround myself with like-minded people.
Right.
So I like to surround myself with other people that have similar beliefs. I do have people that I do talk to, you know, that are outside of that, but I think that when it comes to that, like I had a friend that was Muslim, and I remember one time she was asking me questions about Christianity, which was completely fine because I don't mind having that conversation. I can educate you on what I believe, and I can listen to what it is that you believe too, but it's just a level of respect.
Right.
And if I feel like you can't respect it, then we need to shut the conversation down because I'm not disrespecting your beliefs, so don't disrespect mine. I can say that when it comes to friendships, people come in seasons, and so I had people that I thought would be my friends forever,
Right.
you know, and there was one girl that I'm thinking about in particular, and it's like I've always been a Christian. Like you said, I was raised in that household. God made himself very clear to me from a very, very, very young age. Like I knew who he was. So it was just like I never really doubted him. But I had a friend who, she grew up a Christian as well. She ended up I guess deciding that she wanted to believe in something else, which, like you said, you have choices. I don't judge people that don't believe in what I believe. Like,
Right.
you know, because God says love the person, you know what I'm saying, hate the sin. So we're called to love each other,
Right.
like, you know, and so I guess she felt convicted for being around me because she decided to believe in something else. And she did stop talking to me. I have had friends that, you know, I guess weren't as strong in their faith. And sometimes they didn't feel comfortable, like, you know what I'm saying, talking about things because I guess it's not the fact that I was judging, but I think it's the fact that they know.
There's certain things that you just don't
Yeah.
indulge in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, here she
And
comes.
so, but I think I love, like, we're talking about this too. I know this is kind of a different tangent, but I feel like we talk about a lot of people being Christians, but I think that when you're a Christian, you don't have to say it. People know.
It's about your walk.
It's
can
about
see
your
it.
walk.
And your talk, your walk, everything shines, and it perceives you. It's
Yeah.
almost like, you know, people who are genuine and
Yeah.
people who are really in that walk. It shows. You don't have
Yeah.
to open your mouth.
I can give you an example. I was on the beach, right? I was on the beach with one of my clients, and we were just having a session. When I walked onto the beach, there was this lady, I think that they might have been Russian, and she came up to me. She didn't speak a lot of English, and she was just like, "You're a Christian. You have to be a Christian." And I was just like, "Yeah, I am a Christian." I said, "What made you like say that?" You know, because it was just random. She was like, "When you came onto this beach," she was like, "it was just a peace and a calmness that came up on the beach when you walked up here." She said, "And I know that it had to be God. It couldn't have been nobody else but God." Like, you don't have to open your mouth. People see it. And I think that sometimes people feel convicted by it, and unfortunately, you know, people run, but that's not how God is. He's not judgmental. He loves you. He sees your fleshy self. He sees
Right.
all the things that you've done. There's nothing that you can do that won't make him love you.
Right.
He just wants you to be honest with him and transparent so that he can help you.
Right. Sometimes we go through our journeys in life and we lose friends. But I just feel like true friends, you don't lose those. True friends learn how to love you in your space, and
Absolutely.
you love them in their space, and you just continue to encourage one another, and maybe one day, you know, you'll both be able to be on the same page.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not in the same book.
Yeah.
You know. So
when
I'm
it comes
glad you're
to-
here today because
Oh, thank you.
I think right now with the way that the world is, mental illness and
Yes.
everything, it's something else with that. I just feel like that we overshadow it with other things, but I think sometimes it's just the fact that a lot of us just don't have that personal relationship with God.
Yeah.
So that leaves the door open for all the other things in the world to load upon us sometimes, and we
Yeah.
just don't have that relief, you know. So I think
And
it's great.
I wanted to piggyback on that too really quick. I think that a lot of times too, because I work with mental health and substance use.
Okay.
And so I do notice that a lot of times people, when you don't have God, life seems dark. Because darkness is the absence of light, and God is light. So when you don't have God in your life, it does seem dark. And you might fall into depression more so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's quicker.
Two people could go through the same exact thing, and one person have God and one person doesn't. And the person that doesn't have God might sink into a deeper depression. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they have no hope.
The outcomes
You don't
are very
have,
different.
yeah, you don't have hope in anything.
I can hold on. Sorry, I ain't about to make it. I can like literally speak on mental depression and everything, and schizophrenia and all that. Don't worry about.
Yeah. You need to project. Like
See, you
like
told
you
me.
told my dad. Right.
Yeah,
You need to
come
speak up a
on.
little
We getting them.
We
We gonna be
tryna-
on
You
it.
know what I'm saying? You over here.
Hey, you always got. Hey, get me back. It's cool.
Okay.
You just threw the Billy D.
But on a
Williams.
serious
on.
note.
But y'all done made.
Seriously though, nah.
No, you were saying
No,
something
No,
else.
also,
but
you
see, I don't wake up and pray. I'm,
But does being
What
close
I-
to God mean you have to wake up and pray though?
no, what I'm saying is, that's another topic I gotta prepare for. See, you know what? This the first person that got me. I gotta prepare for that topic. You gotta
Okay.
come back.
I got you.
Because right
We can do
now
that.
it's things I want to say, but it's convoluted in my head, so I can't say it like to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
So
gotta
I'm gonna have to
write
write-
some shit down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
I
Yeah,
hate-
so
I
like,
hate
but
this
what I
nigga
want to
so
say
fucking
too, man,
hard.
is when it comes down to people
Time out, bro. I wasn't
Knowing-
done.
You should be.
knowing God
Oh my.
and believing, you also have to believe in yourself
Anyway,
also.
I want you to come back.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
we gonna
Because
talk about
self-doubt can
that.
cripple
I just gotta
you
write it down, then we gonna
a lot
talk
also.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm
we
gonna,
can.
I'm gonna actually write it down this time.
Okay.
Because you made a good because that's something I can personally talk
Yeah.
about.
You
know
hear the
what I mean?
cap? This nigga
On
ain't
it.
writing shit.
Yeah.
No, that's something personal, like
Oh,
right
right,
now,
okay.
dealing with like right now.
Yeah. No, I got
I
you.
just can't explain it because the thoughts. See,
Yeah.
you deal with mental people.
Oh.
He not. So right now my mind is running 1,000 minutes. I'm
I
trying
got
to
you.
figure out what it's
You're
saying.
trying
what
to
I wanna
clear
say.
it out
But
and
you
figure
know what I'm
out
saying?
what
I'm like,
you're
I want
trying
to say
to
this. I want to say this. Y'all gonna be
Yeah.
like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, well, I try to say it like this, but then I say it like that. So,
Yeah, so writing it down might help.
So I don't.
Make sure you
thank you. Oh, now you back on my side.
I gotta
Okay.
deal with this nigga. Ain't that dealing with mental people? This nigga ain't.
I'm about to
rap.
beat this nigga.
I just want you to finish chewing that Latina.
Yes, please, bro. You should have.
It's bothering me.
You
I don't
shoulda-
know.
You ain't got to the center of the Tootsie Roll
It's
pop yet,
bothering
bro.
me. Can you
He's
chew
had
it,
it the whole
please?
time.
Hey, is that your last one?
Is it just a
Is
stick?
that your last one?
Right.
Why y'all focus on my stick?
Because it's like, bro, the shit was only the size of a dime when you started.
Exactly.
And I know we at least 30 minutes in right now. When you
And he's
ain't
holding
even
on for
cracked
dear
that
life.
motherfucker.
Chrissy,
Dear
take
life.
Yeah, like
Eat it, please.
You are.
So
What's
look,
up?
okay, getting back to
you over there babysitting. Like you like that dude that get one beer and just hold on to it.
So
Just-
can you? I'm sorry, Mike.
You know what?
Because
Hold
I'm
on,
so
hold on,
intrigued with
Pixie.
her right now.
Hold on, Pixie.
Before I ask, because I could sit here and just I could
Oh,
talk
we
to you
can
all
go,
day.
man. No,
I
I
don't have
just.
the energy.
But I do want to discuss something though, because and this, I guess we can all talk about this. So the movie Cuties, right?
Okay.
It's been getting a lot of controversy. Yeah, have y'all seen it?
I haven't.
Not the movie, but just the controversy.
I haven't watched it.
I don't
I
even know
haven't
what
watched
you're
the
talking
movie.
about.
I don't
Okay,
either.
so
Time out.
explain Cuties real quick, and I'm
Go
gonna.
to okay. So
Real quick, give us a brief description of what it
it's
is.
like this.
We don't know.
It's like little girls in a beauty pageant,
Oh.
but it's very sexualized though. I'm talking about little girls. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't talking about 18, 12. I'm talking about like 5, 6, 3. And they're in pageants that's supposed to be for like
Adults.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what
There's a lot of
it's
controversy
sexualizing
behind it.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's what I'm
That's a
confused
no for
at,
me.
and I wanted to discuss this too with everybody. Do y'all think that a lot of the backlash that's coming from that is basically you turning the mirror around on people and letting them see themselves? Because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, well, man, they sexualizing children," and I hear a lot of females say it too. But I'm like, but we'll sit right there and teach our daughters how to twerk. We have them cheerleading at 3, 4 years old, doing pageants and all this other stuff. And it's like, what's the difference with that? Because you could be a cheerleading at a football game or a basketball game,
I used to be a
and
cheerleader.
everybody, and this is what I'm saying, everybody who there might not be there just to watch the team play.
Okay.
But
you
you
know
know
what I
what?
mean? So
You know
it's
what?
like, where does the outrage come at? It's
But
just
you know
you
what,
looking
though?
at yourself
I
like,
think
damn,
when
do
we
this
did
shit.
it for our kids, well, I mean, I haven't done it yet, but growing up watching other parents do it at that time, it wasn't really. I mean, pedophiles been around, but it wasn't like that. It was just little girls dancing, having fun.
I'm gonna tell you
Now though, hold on. Now you have to really be careful because many pedophiles out of this motherfucker.
You know what? You know
So
what makes
I
it
think
different?
the times is different though, bro.
I was about to say
Times
that.
changes. You know what I'm talking about?
What makes it different now is everything. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think nothing that's happening now is really that much different or worse now than it was back then. The difference now is that we see it more because we have camera phones. It's not just okay.
That makes
Now,
sense.
now, a little baby girl dancing in front of the family. Everybody think it's cute. Now we. Oh, let me put this on Facebook Live real quick.
That is
And
true.
we're
Put this
opening
on
the
IG
door for
Live.
that.
So
For
you're
the
letting the
kid.
people in.
That's true.
Just like the last time we was here, you said, well, the lady was looking for a babysitter and put her whole address
Oh,
out.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, yo,
yeah, that's true.
you're letting this shit right in. So,
That's true.
Well, let me just say, I'm a mom of 2 girls, and I'm very, very protective of my daughters. I don't have anybody in my family that I know of that is a registered sex offender or none of that, you know. But my mom was like that. My mom never allowed us to spend the night over random people's houses because she felt like that would be the very moment
Yeah,
that
my
the
mom was
wrong
too.
thing would happen.
Yeah.
So there was always select people that we could spend time with.
Yeah.
And I'm like that with my daughters too, but I think the problem is people have gotten away from focusing on family and more so entertainment of the world.
Yeah.
You know, so if we marginalize these things and keep our eye and always stay 2 steps ahead of those things, then I think that makes a world of a difference. But you just also have to be careful about the people you engage with because you sometimes, like you said, you don't know how many people were out there. Because I used to be a cheerleader. I cheerleaded in high school. I never thought for a moment that I was vulnerable in that state
Yeah.
as a cheerleader on school property. I never thought, but as an adult and realizing what the world has come to, you'd be surprised. You don't know what the next person is thinking. So, you know, you just always have to be careful with that. I think
You know what's
that's
crazy?
I was,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Cut
No,
against
you're
us
good.
here.
oh, okay. I just wanted to
But
say,
you know what's crazy?
You know what?
really quick.
No, I'm just playing. I
was
always
gonna
do it. It's
say-
part of the show. Go
Right.
ahead.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
fine.
It's part
I
of the
didn't take
show.
it personal.
Go ahead.
But no, I was gonna say too. I agree with what you're saying, and I think that a lot of it probably has to do with the heart's condition. Like, and what I mean by that is like, so the difference between cheerleading and the
pageants.
beauty pageants.
It's what?
The difference is with cheerleading, you're dancing. It's a team.
Oh, no.
It's a team effort. With the beauty pageants, you're teaching your children that you have to be beautiful. It goes back to the self-esteem thing that I'm talking about.
Right.
You have to be beautiful. You have to put makeup on for people to accept you. You have to curl your hair. You're teaching them these values.
Right, there's
so
a
when
big
they get
difference.
older, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because if you really look, I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off, but if you look at these young babies when
Yeah.
they're doing these pageants,
Yeah,
they look like little mini women.
they do.
The
They
clothing
stole
that they
makeup.
put them
That is
in,
true.
the makeup.
Yes.
So
Women,
it's
that is true.
Yeah.
that's a very big difference. I remember
That-
being
Let
a
the
cheerleader
child
in the
be the
90s.
child.
That was
She
not
had
the
did it.
thing.
She
That's
tried
what
to do
I'm
a back
saying.
flip
We
didn't even
instead
have
on
to
her
wear
neck.
makeup.
I
That's what I was
remember
about to say. You don't have
None
to
of
wear
that.
She
makeup
tried to
or
flip
anything.
and hit her neck. I remember that part. But look,
hit her neck.
Yeah.
yeah, she
Gonna bring back
yeah,
her
she was a cheerleader. She cartwheel, bro. We were like,
like you did the other day. That's a whole nother
I
story.
want to
Go
punch
ahead.
you in your one.
But it's
Anyway,
like-
hold on.
That didn't never happen to me. I don't know what he's talking about.
Nah, I didn't. But look,
Right.
But look, I got a question though. Okay, what really makes a cheerleader stand out? No, think about it. Like,
Are you
what?
asking her or you
I'm
asking
not.
me?
I'm asking everybody. What really make Okay.
Well, I know when I
Let's
was
say-
a ball player, I
ain't
know
nobody
what I was
talking to
looking
you.
at for the cheerleader.
Let's take. Well,
saying.
girls was gay back then too. So okay. So what really makes somebody look at a cheerleader?
So are we talking about children or are we talking about
I'm talking about
adults?
a cheerleader.
Like, I know, but are you talking about
Cheerleader.
children?
Well, see, that's two
cheerleaders,
different age
or
I'm
ranges.
about to
adult
go somewhere though
cheerleaders?
with
We'll
it.
get
I'm
there
about to
because
go.
that's two different.
But y'all can
that's
answer
two
the
different
question.
age criteria.
Yeah.
You initially
When they're
were
little
speaking of
kids-
3,
We're
4,
talking about
5,
kids.
6
You ain't
year
supposed to be
olds.
looking
Yeah.
at them like that.
When
right?
they're little kids,
You ain't supposed to look at them like
you're
that.
looking
right?
at it more like a cuteness. But as they get
It's-
older and
that's
they're
what I'm
your age and they're
Yeah,
grown,
it's like who
you're
can
looking at
keep
it
up
different.
with? If you were to look at someone that stands out like, oh, that little
I'm not
girl is
condoning
getting
this
because
shit.
she's keeping up with the
hold,
routine.
wait a minute.
You're just trying to
No,
get some
we're not
I'm not
saying that.
condoning
Trying to
this shit.
understand where
But-
you're going with it.
What I'm saying is, it's not to me.
Uh-huh.
It's not a difference from a cheerleader to what they doing with them little girls in the past.
There's a very
Well,
big difference.
but
age wise.
no. It's but
How
what-
many outfits?
see-
Wait a minute. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like Kamala. I'm a
Yeah.
cheerleader.
Who?
So I was
Yeah.
a cheerleader. So
Kamala?
that y'all be calling her Harris.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
say Camilla, but it's Kamala.
Yes.
Camilla.
I was caught too.
Right.
I said, who the
Oh,
fuck is that?
Well,
it started with a T. Damn.
no. But so okay, this is the thing
Yeah.
with cheerleading.
All right.
You have a uniform.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody's
There
doing
is
the
no
same
changing
thing.
segments.
Right.
There is
Yes.
no moment where we have to go and now we have a talent
True.
portion.
Yes.
True.
Cheerleading is cheerleading. That's it.
You
Right.
learn a choreography,
Right.
And you practice it. Everybody practices
and
the
you're
same
in unison
choreography.
on one accord.
Like,
There's
Right.
nothing singular about
Hey, I got a
cheerleading.
question.
I
Is
feel
your
like-
thighs out? Can I see your thighs?
yes, but it's not
Okay.
about that.
Let me go. You know,
But
no.
it's not
The
about
point
that.
that I'm going to is pedophiles look at whatever.
Well, we
You're
can't
right.
control what
Y'all not-
pedophiles
okay,
do.
yeah, okay.
Right. I think
I don't
the
got a
point
point.
that we're
Never
trying to
mind.
make
I ain't got a
is
point.
there's a very big difference in the age gap of what 'cause
Not to a pedophile.
You're
to
right.
some.
Well, yeah,
To some.
A pedophile. I
No,
don't give a fuck. I'll
no.
beat your
No,
motherfucking ass.
because there
I don't
are
care if
some
my daughter is
pedophiles
6,
that only like small
19,
children.
21,
Yeah.
22. You touch my daughter, bitch, you
I
go
get
in
that,
the
but
grave.
there are
You hear
some
me?
pedophiles that only they
They
have
have a
they have
preference.
what appeals to them. They have
Yeah.
a preference. You know, so sometimes it's smaller children,
But what I'm
sometimes
trying
it's
to tell
younger
y'all
teenage
too
girls.
is
It's different.
just being, I was a cheerleader. Okay, you a cheerleader, and guess what? I guarantee you, back in the day when we was in Nassman, it was at least one pedophile in that stand looking at all y'all jump up.
And
down.
can I be honest with you? He probably was on the football team.
Yeah, well, look.
Whoa,
what had happened was, hold on, they was the same age, right?
Oh,
They was the
Trigger.
same age as the football team. I'm just saying.
But that don't mean that's not going to escape what he might turn into because it starts at a certain time.
May have been a pervert.
That caught
And we
me off
evolve
guard.
into
That
things.
caught me
That's what
off
we have to
guard.
remember. We evolve
Yeah.
into
That
things.
shit
been a
caught me
pervert.
off
Yeah.
guard.
So let's
You
not
know
try
what?
to
I'm
put
done.
pedophiles at just old creepy
Yeah.
old men.
Yeah.
That's
Never
a
said that.
debilitating
I
disorder
never
that
said that.
starts
I just
early
said
in life.
pedophiles.
Sure does.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
let's be
men
factual
are-
Hold
and
up.
knowledgeable about
Yeah.
I
things.
just want to
so
make
put
one
it out
thing
there.
clear.
Let 'em
That
know.
the dudes on the football team that was looking at the cheerleaders that cheer for them were not pedophiles.
I mean,
No,
'cause it's
we're
just
looking
saying,
at
how
our
many
girls.
guys-
That's our girls. Go ahead, girl.
Right,
Go
but
ahead, girl.
think
We ain't
about it.
pedophiles.
See me after the game.
Realistically, how many
Now,
people?
I'm gonna tell you like this. You sick if you rewind the tape, like, yeah,
Right.
girl. Now it's a little.
But to make my point more valid,
Yeah.
now that we're the age that we are, how many of our childhood friends have we seen go to jail for certain things? How many of our childhood friends have we seen be arrested for things now that they're an adult?
I don't
Exactly.
So it started somewhere.
It manifested.
It
over
manifested
time.
over time. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's be
Oh, we
clear
gotta
about
talk about
that.
that.
Some
Yeah,
people
I
don't just
don't
wake
know.
up in the morning and say, okay, today I'm going to touch a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was a notion
It was-
there.
we gotta talk
Because
about
guess
this,
what?
'cause I
That
ain't
goes back
know.
to what you
Yeah.
said.
You gotta
Certain
talk.
things
That's-
can happen
oh.
in your childhood
Exactly.
that triggers you to be that person as you
Yeah.
get an adult. And if people who do not seek healing,
Healing. Thank you. I
people
was
who do
gonna
not
bring it
seek
back.
healing
I like how you brought that back around.
Yeah,
That was
see?
sick.
suffer with these conditions.
Yeah.
And it manifests
Yeah.
into other things. Okay?
So, once again, can you blame your childhood or how you act as an adult?
No.
Can I answer this?
Okay,
Because
that's
I
it.
wanted to answer this.
It's a yes or no
Yes, you
question.
can.
It's-
Yes, you can. You want to
Okay.
know why?
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
that does not change what you've been through. But the problem exists when you don't seek out help and you continue to allow that verbiage to be your demise. Okay?
Can I
Things
jump
in
in?
your childhood can affect you. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual. It doesn't, I mean, it could be just hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people, and I'm going back to the church, but there are a lot of people who have backslid because hurt
Yeah.
from the church.
True shit, y'all. Y'all hitting it for the ladies.
Okay, so we got to accept that everything has a starting point. There's a source for everything, but it's how we deal with it. It's how we maneuver through it that determines if this is going to be a lingering issue or if this is going to be something that we're going to determine it stops here.
That's what I was going to say. It's how you view it. And I think that blaming your past makes you a victim. So if you live your life as a victim, you're going to continuously do victim things because that's your perspective.
And that leads you, because some people like the demons that they play with.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is, some
people like the demons that they play with.
They
and
do.
they are like, y'all ever seen that post where it's the man is in the water and he looks like he's drowning, but then when you look at the other side of the post, he's just squatted.
Yeah.
And it's only 3 foot of water.
Yeah.
And if he just stand up, the problem goes away.
Yeah.
Time out.
Pixie, though,
I seen the one with the water doing that. I seen the one, you know what?
Pixie go drown and she squatted 3 feet of water.
We're not even going to talk about the women.
Mama Hans, can I get 2 slices of bread? I'm finna make a knuckle sandwich.
Is she still in?
I stopped eating
Why
bread.
are you still here?
Yeah.
Why are you still here?
But you know what? Hold on.
This her house. I answer that for you.
I think this.
Mama Hans.
All right, hey, check this out. I got one more question that I want to ask, and then y'all can take it from wherever y'all want to go with.
This is my house. What are you talking about?
Hold on, brother. I got a question. I got a question that it's gonna put us against them real quick.
Bro, I know, but I don't like niggas touching me, man.
Because we got about 5 more minutes on this segment, and then we have to move to the next segment.
Close your ass,
So check
because
this
I know
out.
you're young.
I got a question real quick,
All right, go ahead.
and this is something that's been bothering me. Why is it that women like to steal food off their man plate,
Why you
and
ask
man
that?
can't steal food back off
Why you
y'all
ask that
plate?
question, bro? Hey,
because they're
Bare
supposed to be
nigga
the head of the household.
conversation
That's why.
over.
They should know
Conversation
what they want,
over.
Okay.
It's your boy, Mr. 35.
Checkmate.
Cause this
Checkmate.
ain't gonna go right. Hey,
Checkmate.
don't even worry about it.
No, I want to
It's your
hear
boy.
it
This-
because I want to know. Because when they drop the menu off and we looking and you say, "Oh, I like the chicken," I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna get the turkey,
and-
whatever."
well, if
and
you
then
want-
when my turkey come out there, you like,
Okay.
"Oh, your turkey look
Okay.
better than my chicken." Let
And
me
if
get
you
a
want to
piece.
say that,
But hold up, let me get a piece of your
But let me-
chicken. Now you ban that
I'm about to
chicken.
shut them
Whoa,
down.
oh,
Please
and
do.
hold
on. Eat it all.
on. When I was trying to get ready for work early in the morning, I want to grab my hoodie. You got my hoodie on, laying in the bed. Leave my hoodie alone.
Okay, can I check?
Not yet. Leave my hoodie alone.
You won't give me no ranch off your plate, no honey mustard,
Mm.
but then you come dipping your damn French fry all in my stuff.
Come on.
Then when I try it back, it's
Reverend.
the waitress
Hey,
bought
man.
us the same plates at the same time.
What?
You had the option
Can't
to
church
choose
go,
what I got, but you wanted something else.
What?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this foolishness.
And then
Y'all
it's
hear
like,
this?
but then when I be like, well, you know what? Your string beans look like they probably taste better than my corn. Let me get a string bean.
Let me
You
get
won't
something.
give me one string bean,
Tag me in.
but you won't go
Tag
get
me
it,
in.
man.
We want you to tag out. 'Cause
Then you want to go through my phone, and my phone is empty.
What they got to do with
Then you want to
anything?
wake me up, be like, why your phone
Wait a
empty?
minute.
Why you looking at my phone? My phone empty because I ain't did shit. Tag you
Phone
back.
empty because my
Tell you
stomach
that.
empty. If you had to let me eat all my turkey, then we would have been straight. But no, and then you don't eat all your chicken.
Exactly.
You take
Tag
a
me
box
back.
on. Okay.
You ate all your food. I saved mine because I knew I was going to eat yesterday, tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. Then you be like, hey, is this yours?
Y'all like a
God damn it, you know it's mine. Tell you that.
Y'all done yet?
Yeah.
I hope
Okay,
so.
tap me back. I ain't done.
I hope
you
so.
You know my food is mine because it say T.O. Hands.
I'm about to
so
bring him up. Who you been sharing food with?
Please.
You single. You ain't got no money.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
I thought Pornhub was your
This is,
girl.
Oh.
I can't
Who you
even
sharing
drink
noodles with? Pornhub?
Uh-oh.
Okay, now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because we're off topic and we really want our guests it's some things about her that I really want you guys to understand and share. Yeah. So we're gonna move on from there. Not even gonna legitimize that question because it's malarkey. So, could you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah.
How long have you been a business owner?
Okay. So I've been a business owner for a year and a couple months now.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. Officially made it a LLC, so I'm super happy about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Yes.
Black business.
Yes, you know,
All
I'm
right.
trying.
Black
Yeah,
business.
okay. All right.
That's why you don't get to steal no food off the plate.
Right. So, just giving some advice to our viewers out there when it comes to, because I'm a business owner as well.
Yes.
My husband and I own a landscaping
Yes.
company. We're coming to the
Shout
end.
out.
Shout out to David Sacco and my husband Terry.
Yes.
business
Big
owner.
dog, big
We're
tail.
coming to the end of the season now. So this is kind of like almost like a phase out point. You know, during the winter time, it's not really too much grass to cut. So we specialize in other things, but being a homeowner and now a business owner, how did you see that process through? Did it waver you in any kind of way? Did it put stress on you? And what made you decide that you want to just push through regardless to the obstacles? Because there might be somebody out here that's in the middle of this journey right now and want to give up. So it's just kind of giving some encouragement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. When you first start a business, and I'm sure you can, definitely, testify to what I'm saying. You don't start off making a bunch of money.
You do not.
Okay.
Hold
So
on.
if you're getting,
run that back one more again.
yeah, you don't start off making a bunch of money. So if you're gonna get into a business expecting to make dollars just flowing in the beginning, the first couple months, it doesn't work like that.
Actually, just to comment on that, it takes some businesses a full year before they see profit. So be aware of that. Sometimes you spend more money, but the more money you spend, the more money you possibly can
Let me throw
make.
one
Yes.
piece in there too. I'm gonna let
Sure.
y'all get back to it too. Now understand that. Y'all remember the rush card, right? The rush. I was watching an interview with Russell Simmons. He said it took them 7 years to get past the break-even point of the rush card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is already a millionaire. Pay
And
attention.
I love that you say that, because I feel like with businesses, if you're gonna do a business, you have to be consistent with what you're doing.
Very much so.
And if you're not consistent, that's what weeds the determined people that end up making the millions from the people that wither out and stick to their 9 to 5.
Right, just profit loss.
You
So
gotta see, people don't want to put the work in. They want to think that, okay, I did this, I did that, month, 2 months. They be like, where the money at? Matter of fact, no bullshit. Put this on my son. I told my son today, because he was asking me, he was asking me about our podcast. He's like, Dad, you ain't made no money off YouTube yet? I said, no, son. It take time, you know what I'm saying? We did get a little bread off the online clothing thing, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, okay, well, on my podcast, Dad, I got 134 views, but it took like 3 months. I said, shh.
That's good though.
That's good,
Start
my nigga.
yeah.
I said,
You know what I'm
dude,
saying?
that's good. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, like you saying to everybody, you're not gonna be a millionaire overnight unless you win the lottery. But look though, hey, on the side piece, I'm gonna have my OnlyFans page, so just look up T.O. and yeah, do it.
You'll be your only fan.
So,
Yeah, go ahead, back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
a lot with that is, the consistency. Also, when you're starting a business, it's imperative that you are doing something that you not only have fulfillment in, but something that is going to feed your soul. Given the fact that you're not going to be a millionaire overnight, you have to have passion about what you're doing. So be very careful for those who are out there trying to start a business. If you're going into the business just to make money, be ready for some defeat. So that you keep your mind frame open to finding your passion and moving through that, because that's something that you'll be diligent with. That's something that you'll cradle. It's like birthing a baby when you start a business, and you have to take care of it and watch it grow. So that is
Because
very.
we do this podcast, we having fun.
Yeah.
We're not out here looking for greed and stuff.
Yeah.
We have fun talking about problems or what y'all want to talk about in public. We have fun doing this. I don't know who she is, but we having fun doing
And
this.
I love the sweat.
You know what I'm saying?
I made it.
You did?
I
So you guys,
say,
this is
hey,
something
she
that
cute
she
in
has.
everything.
You
A
know.
part of her
Everything is
business.
cute. At the same time, don't know who
And
she
she's
is.
blessed.
Bless.
There you go, blessed. Because I can't finish. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all
'cause
go
you're talking
ahead,
about
'cause-
But
All
I
right.
wanted to say too, I'm sorry, really quick too, if you don't mind. I was gonna say.
Oh no, we don't mind because you cut me off, so we don't mind.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Pence. You acting like Pence now. Okay, come on.
But I just wanted to say
That's why I just flew in real quick.
It's above.
Hey, look.
And it's above me now.
Yeah.
That's the new
I'm about to hit you with the.
Yo,
I'm speaking.
you know what? We're not
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm
The
speaking,
next,
speaking.
and it's above me
the
now.
next video will not be recorded
Right.
here.
So okay,
We're gonna be
Mike, did
inside
you
somebody's
have any
park
more questions
with
for her?
the piss on it. Greyhound
yes, I did
Park.
have one actually.
Okay, one more question,
But
and
I
then
don't
we're going to
remember it right
move
off the top.
to Pixie's Corner.
I thought we already
So-
did. Okay.
Before we get to Pixie's Corner, I just want to know, what is one life tip that you would recommend to, I want to say everyone, but not everyone, but most people to live by? Just get one just life tip, like
Can I add something to
you know
that?
what?
No, it's not your question.
Young women, no. Young black women
People in
to be
general.
an
People in
entrepreneur.
general.
People in
Well,
general.
It could be work related, it could be life coach related, whatever. Just one tip.
My one tip for you guys, and I've been saying this a lot on my Instagram, is despite what the world says, be obedient to what God is telling you, because that's where you will eventually prosper.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
It's better than sacrifice.
Okay.
You know, I'm about to work on my vocabulary. I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of words, but I just don't be putting them together right.
You
sometimes.
don't.
I
I got a question then.
This nigga.
What would you tell young black teens entrepreneurs?
Okay. What I would tell them,
Women. Young
Women?
black women.
Which one is it, teens or women?
Nigga,
Both.
make your
Both
mind
teen
up.
women.
Teen women.
Teen. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All over the place.
Teen. Okay.
the same thing. Follow God, and He will lead you the right
They got a
way.
team
Even if
doing
you
it.
feel
That's what I'm trying to talk
discouraged,
about.
that's okay. Keep going in that path, because I'm telling you, you'll reap rewards from it and blessings, and you'll be able to touch others that God wants you to reach.
Well,
Okay.
well, thanks for me and you. This end of the show and everything.
I'm so glad that you came on board today.
Thank you.
I think
We just skipped the past Pixie Corner.
our fans are really going to appreciate that vital information. Because like I said, sometimes we just don't want to accept that we might need to talk to someone about some things. So in your line of
That is
profession,
true.
that helps you encourage others. And it just sheds some light on some things that you might be going through. So we're going to have some information about her in the
You got
bio.
business cards?
I do, but I didn't.
So you guys can check into her business, and you guys can check into her profession and her skill set, and it might be something that you could utilize. So I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for
and
having
giving
me.
us and being transparent and giving us the information that answering all of our questions and the shenanigans.
Yes.
No,
So-
right? This dude.